Let me introduce you to the class. So today we have a very, very special guest and a speaker. It's Honorable Kirsty Duncan. She's our science minister. The Honorable Kirsty Duncan was an associate professor at the University of Toronto at Health Studies and the former research director for the AIC Institute of Corporate Citizenship at the Rotman School of Management. A renowned international speaker, she has lectured for such organizations as National Geographic Society, the Government of Japan, and the Young Presidents Organization. Minister Duncan sat on the advisory board for pandemic flu for the Conference Board of Canada and the University of Toronto, and has helped organizations throughout Canada and the United States prepare for a possible flu pandemic. She sat on the boards of Indigenous Cooperative on the Environment, the Scottish Studies Foundation, the St. Andrews Society of Toronto, and the Toronto Foundation for School Success. She co-chaired the 2006 Fraser Mustard Award Gala in support of student nutrition, and in October 2007, she chaired Feeding Toronto Hungry Students Week. Minister Duncan is passionate about helping build resilient communities and taking action on climate change, and I'm sure that some of you are working in that direction in our university. So she helped provide food, shelter, and education for Toronto's youth and served in the Nobel Prize-winning Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change. She holds a degree in geography from the University of Edinburgh, and she served as a minister from 2015, and she is currently the Minister of Science and Sport. And it's such a pleasure to have you to meet the class. Thank you.
Dr. Ivanova, can I recognize you and the tremendous research you do in our country? You'll all know this, Dr. Ivanova is the Canada Research Chair. So can I have a big round of applause for Dr. Ivanova? Hi everyone, my name is Kirsty. I am the Minister of Science and Sport. Is this your first year? How many of you are in first year? Hands up. Terrific. How is your first week of university? Okay. No. First of all, I have looked forward to seeing you guys. And before I go, I'm going to ask you all to do something for me. You should be so excited. And I know there's a lot new here, but you should be so excited. This is the place you get to dream your greatest dream. No one ever says that to you. How many say, look to the right, look to the left, they won't be here when you graduate? Have you heard that? Okay. This is the place you get to dream your greatest dream. How many people have said to you, what are you going to do when you finish school? What job are you going to get? University is more than that. You get to figure out who you want to be as a person. You get to figure out the relationship you want with your family and your friends. You get to figure out how you want to give back to your community or make a difference in the environment. That's what university is about. Is there going to be hard days? Yeah, there'll be a few. I'll warn you now, usually around Thanksgiving, when midterms are due and essays are due, my one little piece of advice, get going now. But there will be some challenges. I call challenges speed bumps. You have to figure a way over them or around them. Piece of advice, take every opportunity you're offered. No one ever tells you that, because you don't know where it will lead. Some of the coolest things I got to do in my life, I was told, study hard, go to school, get a job. There's a TV movie based on my life. I got to teach weightlifting to one of the members of the royal family. It's because I took an opportunity to Take every opportunity you're offered. And the last thing I would say to you folks is impossible is a dare. If someone tells you can't do something, set out to prove them wrong. Impossible is a dare. Many years ago, I led an expedition 500 miles from the North Pole. I look at this class, and I see the work you're doing with the Welcome Week. I can't wait to see what you do next. I see such talent and possibility in this room. So, I wish you a spectacular year. You are spectacular. And if it's been a hard first week, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me. Everyone turn to your right and make a new friend. I'm not kidding. Now, turn to your right. Okay, heads up. Heads up. Turn. You want to have a successful year, you need people you can rely on. Turn around to behind someone and make a new friend. Cheers. Okay, heads up. Heads up. Hopefully you've met 2 new people. And hopefully when you go to each of your classrooms, you're going to do that. The last thing, I'm going to give you a challenge. Oh, you didn't think you were going to get away without homework, did you? I'm going to give you a challenge. And the challenge is, for this class, to get together, could be at the end of class, and decide what difference you can make. It can be to the university campus. It can be to the community. It might be going into schools, teaching children about astronomy. Hands up if you take my challenge. Oh, I expect better than that. Try that again. How many of you take my challenge? That's better. Everyone, have a great year, be spectacular, and know we're cheering you on.
Thank you. Minister Duncan was very nice to offer to answer some of your questions. Yes,
okay.
The mic to anybody who wants to ask the question. You're not so much afraid of. You just took a challenge. Come on, start with something.
You have to tell me your name. Name, first year, where you come from.
Hi, my name is Basil. I'm a second year. I came from Lloydminster. And my question is, like, who did you teach weightlifting to in the royal family?
It's nice to meet you. Do you want a little bit of my background? I didn't tell you guys. So, I want to be an artist and a dance teacher. You can see how I ended up a politician. Not at all, right? I did my undergraduate at U of T. And I did anthropology and geography. And I always wanted to live in Scotland. And I wanted to have a sheep farm and paint. Why are you laughing? That's a good dream. I wanted to be an artist and a dance teacher. I skipped a master's and went through to a PhD. And my PhD was in meteorology. I taught meteorology, climatology, climate change. And I led an expedition 500 miles from the North Pole. I took a team of 17 men. They were the world's experts in their field. We exhumed 6 bodies to look for the cause of the 1918 Spanish flu. Spanish flu killed upwards of 50 million people. It killed more people than the Black Death of the Middle Ages, more people than all the fighting of the First World War, and Spanish flu killed in 1 year. That's a bit about my background. Other part of my life is sports. And I was a gymnast, a marathoner, and a triathlete. So when weightlifting came to the UK, I was asked to teach one of the members how to use Nautilus. Okay? It's a big secret. Any other questions?
Hi, so I'm Emma. I'm a first-year science student here. I come from Regina. And because I'm new to Alberta, I'm not very familiar with the politics of this province. I served as a page last year in the Saskatchewan legislature, so I'm very curious what your... I'm curious what you would consider your greatest goal as a minister to be.
Oh, Emma, first of all, congratulations. I think it's absolutely incredible you were a page, and I'm really in awe that you did that. So as Minister of Science, you think, how does that affect you? Well, my job is really focused on research. It's to make sure that there's undergraduate research that you can, if you want a research career. And you asked me, Emma, what my greatest, two things I'll tell you. In Budget 2018, we just delivered the largest research budget in Canadian history. And you will have heard of discovery research, or fundamental or basic research, yes? And applied research, yes? We have just delivered the largest budget for fundamental science in Canadian history, and the largest applied investment. I'm really proud of that. Second thing, I really believe we need everybody in the classroom, in the field, and in the laboratory. We need everybody. We need your perspectives, we need your smarts, we need your ideas. And so for these very prestigious research chairs, kind of put my foot down and said, we have to do better. We need more women. We need more Indigenous peoples. We need people from minority backgrounds. And we need people with persons with disabilities, and we're adding in the LGBTQ2 community. So as Minister of Science, I'm really proud of that. And I will tell you one as Minister of Sport. We've made an announcement about the work we're going to do to end abuse, discrimination, and harassment in sport. Did I answer your question?
You did, thank you.
Okay.
So there will be probably time for one more question. I missed.
Hi, my name is Giancarlo Pernu Segura. I'm from Costa Rica. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I can hear it. First of all, we're so glad that you've chosen to come up to University of Alberta. Is this your first or second year? First. First? How many days have you been here?
Well, I immigrated from Costa Rica a couple years ago.
Okay, so this is home. 2 years. And what are you going to take here? What program? Computer science. Excellent. What you want to do when you're done?
Maybe research in artificial intelligence.
Very nice. I'll tell you, we've made a large investment in artificial intelligence. We know that'll change. We know it'll change the way we all live, work, and play. And by the way, it's chocolate fudge. Everyone, thank you so
back. It will be not every time lecture interaction, right? Just one at a time event. But I hope you now feel inspired. So if in an informal competition between this section of FIS 124 and another